Hello and welcome back to Girl Ascending. So I thought today for our tarot tea chat, we could have a little chat about the solar eclipse that we have today, do some discussion about what eclipses mean, how they affect us, and also take a look at some tarot cards that are relevant to this particular time. This is my new Nightmare Before Christmas deck, which I got for Samhain, but also for Scorpio season as well. So let's get started. Okay, so when we're thinking about eclipses, so a solar eclipse will always take place during the new moon cycle of the lunar cycle, and then a lunar eclipse will always take place during the full moon part of the lunar cycle. So it's quite easy to plot which kind of eclipse it is depending on the lunar cycle if you're not sure. And this particular set of solar eclipses has been starting since 2021, so last year, and will carry on until October, end of October 2023. Now this particular solar eclipse is taking place during Scorpio season and is in Scorpio, and we're going to have the Earth positioned directly between the moon and the sun, so we get that lovely blood red colour. And when we're thinking about this solar eclipse as well, we also want to keep in mind that this particular eclipse is part of a series of eclipses that started back last year in 2021, 19th of November I think, and will be going through until the end of October next year. And it's between the actual Taurus and Scorpio axis as well. So although we're predominantly feeling the Scorpio energy, we've also got this Taurian energy coming in as well. So obviously when we're thinking about Scorpio in tarot, we're thinking about the Death card, which is ruled by Scorpio. And when we're thinking about death in the context of this solar eclipse, we want to be thinking about endings, but also how that is going to give way to new beginnings. So we want to be thinking about, okay, what am I allowing this solar eclipse to reveal to me? What can I learn from that? What habits, what situations in my life do I need to kind of bring to a close, and how can I see that as something positive? Because obviously with the Death card, there is always that element of finality as well, which can be a little bit scary, but obviously a positive thing as well if it's something negative that you need to remove from your life, from your sort of day-to-day habits, or even giving you that little shake to help you realise, okay, I'm doing something that's not really helping me to progress and move forward either. So we want to be keeping in mind that that is kind of the dominating energy with the Scorpio side of the solar eclipse. And obviously when we're thinking about what Scorpio energy is in terms of being about sort of taboo topics, so also sort of things to do with sex and relationships, we kind of want to keep in mind that that may be a predominant thing during this solar eclipse as well, looking at relationships in our life, whether that's family, friends, lovers, but also with ourselves. You know, how are we showing up in those relationships, and what revelations are coming forward that we can learn and grow from. And then we also want to remember, of course, that we've got this big Taurus energy coming through, and Taurus rules the Hierophant in tarot, which is kind of a fancy old word for Pope. So it's that idea of looking for teachers or mentors, or even allowing yourself to kind of take advice from someone else during this time as well. So whilst this period of revelation is coming up, are there people around you that can help you through that process? You know, do you have a bad habit that you want to kick, but you need to have someone else to help you? So it can even be something as simple as, you know, you want to get healthier, so maybe you want to buy a book from a nutritionist that you admire, or you want to join a gym, anything like that. So we really want to be keeping in mind that we've got this lovely deep Taurus earthy energy combining with that revelatory Scorpio energy as well during this solar eclipse, in order to be able to grow. And when things are revealed to us, sometimes as in tarot, it can sometimes be a little bit startling, because it can either be something that we're not aware of at all, but more likely than not, it's something that we kind of have in the back of our minds that we are a bit aware of, and maybe we don't always want to talk about it or think about it or align this negative characteristic to ourselves. But these eclipses are the perfect time to really dig deep and do that, and it will often reveal parts of us that maybe we've been trying to put to one side that need to be dealt with, but it can also raise situations as well that have perhaps been rumbling on in the background that really need to come to a close. So we want to remember that there's going to be some degree of revelation, things coming up that we need to bring to a close, and that we're not afraid to reach out to someone else, other people, other aspects, in order to be able to grow and learn from these situations. Okay, so I hope that kind of little chatty video helped you to understand a bit more about this particular solar eclipse and what we can kind of expect. Eclipses obviously affected our ancestors quite deeply because it was quite a shocking, startling event. And although obviously with the advance of science, we don't really sort of feel that way now, I think we can still allow ourselves to feel that wonder and that shift. And when we're thinking about that Taurian energy coming in as well, I would definitely recommend maybe putting aside some time to do some taking care of yourself really today or over the next couple of days if you can, just because this is also quite a heavy energy time of year, obviously coming up to Samhain on Halloween. If you are someone who practices witchcraft as well, or has that belief of the veil thinning, of the spirit world crossing over a bit more into our living world, then it can sometimes feel that there's lots of heavy energies creeping in, encroaching in. So we really want to take that time out to chill out and relax a bit more, and to just take a bit better care of ourselves. And obviously a colder time of year, I've still got a bit of a cold as well, it's always good to sit back and have a bit of a rest and take care of yourself as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye.